Now, I've tried many cheesecakes in my time, baked and non-baked cheesecakes, and I think this is probably one of my favourite cheesecakes. It's a combination of ginger biscuits, maple syrup and cherries. I know that combination for me just gets my mouth watering. So I'm going to start with the base, which is the ginger biscuits. Now, this is 200 grams of just classic ginger biscuits with 100 grams of melted butter. Now, just with a spoon, I'm going to combine this, and this is going to look like wet sand once it's mixed together. And with the ginger biscuit, I've just placed them into a food processor to form a crumb. Now, this consistency is looking good. See how it's looking like wet sand? Perfect. Now I'm going to start moulding this into the tin. Now, instead of making a big one, and of course you can, I'm going to make mini ones, and that's what I really like about this recipe too. Now, before I fill it, I'm just going to get the leftover butter here. There's not too much, but you don't need a lot for this. And I'm just going to lightly grease all of these holes. Then you can start filling it. Now, I'm going to start with dessert spoonfuls and add that in there, and then you want to press the ginger biscuit down quite firmly. Once you've filled the individual cups, this goes into the fridge just so that butter can firm up again. Now, while that's cooling, we can get onto the mix. I start with 375 grams of cream cheese that's been softened. Now, you can take it out of the fridge earlier, which is a great idea, or if you're running out of time, just pop it into the microwave. And you can see that I'm just breaking it up a little bit. I find it a little bit easier to do it this way. And now, before I start to add any of the other ingredients, I'm just going to soften this slightly. Then I'm going to add some sugar and some eggs. I need half a cup of caster sugar. I'll measure that out, and that can go in. And I'll also add half a cup of thickened cream. Now, this is going to make it really creamy and smooth and really rich too. And now that can go in. Now that this is coming together, I'm going to add some maple syrup, a quarter of a cup of maple syrup. Use a good quality maple syrup for this because you're really going to taste it after this cheesecake has been baked. All right, I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to get the bases out now. And they really don't need too long in the fridge. This ginger biscuit has really firmed up nicely. And I'm going to pour this mixture into the jug. Oh, look how luscious that looks. And now I'm simply going to fill up the individual cups, and then I'm going to sprinkle in some of the cherries. Now, I'm using some frozen cherries here, and you could use any type of berry you like. You could use some raspberries, strawberries are fantastic too. And this is going to bake in the oven, 160 degrees, for about 25 to 30 minutes or until they're golden brown. Now, these look beautiful as is, but I'm going to make them extra special. I think it needs a little bit of extra cream. So this time I'm going to be using some dollop cream, and just with a teaspoon, I'm just going to place a nice, generous dollop on top of each of our little individual cheesecakes. Perfect. Now, just so I can taste that maple syrup in the cream cheese, I'm going to drizzle a little bit more on the top. Oh, I can't wait to dig into one of these. They look so good, and it's that ginger and the combination of the cherries and the cream there that is so nice. Enough talking from me. Let's dig in. Oh, look at that. Perfect amount of cream. Double thumb up for that. So good.